What if I told you your body might be whispering a life or death message, and you've been brushing it off like a fly on your shoulder? Most people over 60 ignore this one symptom. They think, it's just age, or I'll sleep it off. But ignoring it could cost you everything: your health, your independence, maybe even your life. Now let's rewind a bit. I had a neighbor, Mr. Howard, 74 years young, walked every morning, loved chess, and swore by his secret to longevity, which apparently included pickle juice and late-night Jeopardy reruns. One day he said to me, "Lately I've been feeling a bit off. Nothing serious, just a little dizzy here and there. Must be the heat, right?" Fast forward a week, he collapsed in his garden. Turns out, that little dizziness? It was a warning shot from his heart. Now here's the real kicker. Dizziness, that one symptom we all brush off as, "Oh, I just stood up too fast," or "maybe I skipped breakfast," may actually be a red flag waving frantically at you, especially if you're over 60. It's easy to ignore, right? You feel lightheaded, sit down, drink a little water, maybe fan yourself a bit. Roy lai tip tuc gaham du nu chua ko chuyen gi's ara. But here's the truth. That brief dizzy spell? It could be your body's version of a smoke alarm. And if you ignore it, you might be letting the fire spread without even realizing. Dizziness over 60, it's not always innocent. Let's dig into what dizziness might really mean in older adults. 1. Hypotension, low blood pressure. As we age, our blood pressure regulation weakens. Standing up too quickly, especially after sleeping or sitting for a long time, can cause a sudden drop, called orthostatic hypotension. Symptoms include lightheadedness, blurry vision, feeling like you're going to faint. Not dangerous on its own, but if it causes a fall, that's another story. 2. Arrhythmia, irregular heartbeat. That heart flutter, it's not always love or excitement. An irregular heartbeat, especially conditions like atrial fibrillation, can cause poor blood flow to the brain, leading to dizziness or fainting. Many seniors don't even feel the irregular rhythm until it causes noticeable symptoms. Left unchecked, this can lead to blood clots, stroke, sudden cardiac events. 3. TIAs, mini-strokes. A transient ischemic attack, often called a mini-stroke, is a brief blockage of blood flow to the brain. Dizziness is often one of the earliest and most overlooked signs. You might feel unsteady, disoriented, off balance. These episodes are often short-lived, but they're a giant red warning flag. Up to 1 in 3 people who have a TIA will go on to have a full-blown stroke within a year if left untreated. 4. Heart problems, the big one. Lightheadedness could be an early sign of heart failure, blocked arteries, or a pending heart attack. And again, the scary part is many seniors don't get the Hollywood version of a heart attack, chest clutching, collapsing. Instead, it starts quietly, a little fatigue, a little dizziness, and then a lot of trouble. Don't forget the danger of falls. Now let's talk about something that sounds simple, but is the #1 reason seniors end up in the hospital: falling. Dizziness and unsteadiness massively increase your risk of hip fractures, head injuries, loss of independence. You know that old saying, what goes up must come down. Well, when you're over 60, the coming down part can come with surgery, rehab, and a long road back. And worse? For many seniors, one fall can be the start of a downward spiral in health, mobility, and confidence. Let's get personal. What do you do when you feel dizzy? Let me ask you this. Have you ever had one of these moments? You stand up, and the room does a slow spin. You feel like your knees aren't quite part of your body. You grab the wall, maybe chuckle, sit back down, and tell yourself, just getting old, I guess. But what if I told you that little dizzy spell was like hearing your smoke alarm beep? And instead of checking for fire, you just change the batteries and hope for the best. It's time we stop brushing off these signals, because your body is talking, and it's begging you to listen. What should you do if you feel dizzy? Here's what doctors recommend. 1. Pause and sit down. Don't try to power through it. Stop what you're doing, sit safely, and breathe. 2. Check the time and duration. Did it last a few seconds? A few minutes? Was it connected to movement, or did it come out of nowhere? This info is vital for your doctor. 3. Track it. Keep a small notebook, or use a phone app to record. Time of day. What you were doing. How long it lasted. Any other symptoms, nausea, chest tightness, palpitations, etc. Patterns equals diagnosis clues. 4. Hydrate and eat well. Yes, dehydration or low blood sugar can cause dizziness. But don't assume that's always the reason. Make sure you're eating regular, balanced meals and drinking enough water. 5. Call your doctor. If dizziness happens, repeatedly, for no obvious reason, with other symptoms like chest pain, confusion, numbness, do not wait. Call your healthcare provider. Reminder, dizziness isn't always the problem. Sometimes it's the messenger. Think of dizziness as the doorbell, not the visitor. It's not the issue itself. It's the clue pointing to what's going on inside your body. So whether it's a heart issue, blood pressure, early signs of stroke, or a medication side effect, the symptom may be the same, but the cause matters a lot. Final thoughts, better safe than sorry. If you're over 60, every signal your body sends is worth noticing. We no longer have the luxury of walking it off or sleeping it off. The small stuff? It's not so small anymore. So the next time you feel dizzy, even just for a moment, pause. Pay attention. Talk to someone. Talk to your doctor. Because one quick checkup today could mean a lot more birthdays down the road. Now I get it. We've all had that moment where we stand up too fast and the room goes hooah. But if your body is pulling a Cirque du Soleil act every time you get up, maybe it's not just low iron. Maybe it's your body waving a giant red flag and yelling, HEY, something's not right down here. Think about it like this. If your car started shaking and the check engine light came on, you'd get it looked at. So why do we treat our bodies like beat-up lawnmowers that just need more gas? Even Mr. Howard said, I didn't think it was worth a doctor's visit. I didn't want to be dramatic. Guess what's more dramatic than seeing your doctor? Waking up in the ICU with a heart monitor strapped to your chest. The truth is, our bodies are incredible machines, but they don't come with warranties. That one little symptom you ignore today could be the one that saves your life tomorrow, if you just pay attention to it. So here's the takeaway. If you're feeling dizzy, off balance, or something just doesn't feel right, don't play the hero. Be smart. Get checked. Your life is worth that appointment. If this video made you think twice about your health, that's a good thing. Now do something even better. Watch this video again and send it to someone you care about. Leave a comment if you've ever experienced a silent symptom. Like this video if you learned something new. Share it with your parents, your grandparents, or your stubborn uncle who thinks Google is a doctor. And don't forget to subscribe, because we're just getting started on helping you live your longest, healthiest, most joyful life yet. Take care of yourself. We need you around.